The romance begins under a golden African sunset.
I was attracted to his humour and his friendliness, but I was still very cautious that it's just a holiday romance.
But it's powered by extreme poverty on one side of the world.
I don't want to marry to a poor guy. In the next level, I cannot take care of her.
And extreme loneliness on the other.
I was looking for love. I was looking for somebody who I thought I could really love.
And it ends in
I
confusion.
think every girl's dream is to get married. And I don't know, I just felt special and wanted. And I said, yeah.
Betrayal.
I am so angry. I have no words.
And then the kind of discovery that hurts more than a breakup.
My daughter discovered this woman had on her Facebook, had all these pictures of him and everything and confessing all her love for him and all.
This is the actual email that he was sending out to hundreds of women.
Because it forces you to question whether any of it was ever simple love in the first place. This is the dark reality of the holiday romance economy, a complicated web of cash, visas, post-colonial shadows, and emotional warfare that stretches from the beaches near Banjul to the resorts of Mombasa, an industry hiding in plain sight, disguised as a vacation. Every year, millions of tourists flock to the African continent looking for warm beaches, friendly smiles, and a break from daily life. A place with a superb climate, golden beaches, quiet resorts, and a reputation for hospitality. Before the pandemic, sub-Saharan Africa welcomed over 40 million international tourists annually, with countries like Kenya recording over 2 million arrivals, and the Gambia, small, narrow, wrapped around the Gambia River, bringing in over 200,000 visitors a year. Tourism contributes roughly 20% of the Gambia's GDP. It is not just an industry, it is survival, and in that survival, a parallel system quietly thrives. Among these visitors, one group stands out: older European women in their 50s, 60s, sometimes even 70s, many from the UK, Germany, the Netherlands, Scandinavia. They arrive expecting rest. They leave with something else entirely, because waiting for them, on the beaches of the Senegambia Strip, outside hotel gates, along the craft markets and dusty roadside paths, are young men, locally known as bumsters. The name itself is loaded, a mix of bum and hustler. But that word doesn't fully capture what they are. They are guides, performers, negotiators, survivors, and sometimes lovers. Let me ask you something. If you traveled thousands of miles alone to a place where suddenly you were admired, desired, appreciated, would you question it or would you lean into it? Because that's exactly how it starts. It often begins innocently, a simple greeting.
Ladies, hi, how you doing? Well, you are very beautiful. I would love to talk to you,
A smile that feels genuine, a casual offer to show the market, to protect you from more aggressive sellers, to help you navigate a place that feels unfamiliar, unpredictable, but strangely alive. Then comes the cultural immersion, the music, the drums echoing through the night air, the dancing, rhythmic, hypnotic. Introductions to family members in modest compounds far from the tourist hotels, plates of Damoda, Banachan, stories of childhood, of struggle, of dreams bigger than the borders they were born into.
We are from European women and old ladies. Obviously, they really help black people,
And somewhere between the laughter, the storytelling, the long walks along the beach at sunset, something shifts. Because for many of these women, this is not just a holiday. It is the first time in years someone is looking at them, really looking, complimenting them, desiring them, calling them beautiful, not despite their age, but almost because of it.
He really made me feel age wasn't a factor.
And for many of these young men, this is not just charm, it is strategy. Because behind the music and the smiles lies a hard reality. In the Gambia, youth unemployment has hovered around 30% to 40% in recent years. Opportunities are limited. Migration routes to Europe, once seen as escape, have become deadly, heavily policed, and uncertain. So instead, the economy comes to them in the form of tourists. And what begins as connection quickly becomes a system. a bubble. Inside this bubble, reality softens. Time feels slower. Problems feel distant. The rules that apply in London, Berlin, Oslo don't seem to matter here. Here, a 65-year-old woman can fall in love with a 25-year-old man, and it doesn't feel strange. It feels right, because the environment is designed that way. Luxury resorts isolate visitors from the surrounding poverty, creating a curated version of Africa, safe, warm, welcoming.
Welcome to Smiling Coast of Africa.
Outside the gates, life is different. Inside, it's a dream. And in that dream, relationships accelerate. Weeks feel like months.
I just fell in love with him.
It just was a whirlwind, and I was just so smitten with him.
Emotions intensify. Promises are made faster than they can be understood.
And he started telling me how much he loved me.
When I met Lamin, he promised me that he'd be there till the end of my days.
But beneath this emotional whirlwind, something more structured is happening. An imbalance of money, of power, of expectation. Because while one side experiences romance, the other often experiences responsibility. It starts small, a request for help with school fees for a younger sibling, medical bills, food for the family, then grows.
I've lost my credit cards. I can't pay the school fees. I need some money. So I sent over.
And slowly, almost invisibly, the relationship shifts from emotional to financial.
He lost a laptop that I gave him at one point that disappeared, a video camera. Oh, it's endless the amount
But
of things
not in
that
a
he
simple transactional way. It becomes layered, complicated, because real feelings often exist alongside real need, and that's where it gets dangerous. Because the woman doesn't feel like she's paying for affection, she feels like she's helping someone she loves, and the man doesn't always feel like he's deceiving her. He feels like he's doing what he must.
The woman I met now, you know how much she sent me? 60,000 euros.
What do you give her?
Happiness.
And so both sides participate, willingly, in something neither fully understands, until cracks begin to appear, because the bubble cannot hold forever. Eventually, questions surface. Why does he disappear for hours, sometimes days? Why are there inconsistencies in his stories? Why do locals whisper or laugh quietly when they walk past? And then comes the moment, the discovery. Sometimes it's another woman.
I got an email from this woman telling me that they were married.
Sometimes multiple.
This is the actual email that he was sending out to hundreds of women.
Sometimes an entire hidden life, a wife, children.
Suddenly I was being sent pictures of his wife in the house, pictures of the children cuddled up on the wife.
Because in many cases, these bumsters are not operating alone. They are part of an informal network, sharing information, strategies.
I could give this guy some tips, man. You need to help this guy out.
I have a white woman. Tell him your name. I am here as a local tour operator.
Even rotating relationships based on tourist seasons. High season, November to March, brings European winter escapees. Low season shifts the dynamics, and the emotional fallout is devastating. Because for the woman, the betrayal is not just romantic, it's existential. It forces a painful question. Was any of it real? And the answer is rarely simple, because here's the uncomfortable truth. Sometimes it was. Sometimes the affection, the laughter, the connection was genuine, but it existed alongside calculation, alongside necessity, alongside a system shaped by history. Because this dynamic did not appear out of nowhere. It is rooted in decades, centuries of imbalance. Colonial histories that extracted wealth, reshaped economies, and left behind fragile systems heavily dependent on external income.
The people have some strange customs.
Today, tourism is one of the few industries that brings consistent foreign currency into countries like the Gambia, Kenya, Tanzania. And within tourism, human connection becomes a commodity. Not officially, not openly, but undeniably. This is not unique to Africa. Similar patterns exist in Southeast Asia, the Caribbean, Latin America, but in Africa it carries a particular weight because it intersects with race, with history, with deeply ingrained global inequalities. And that's why reducing it to scam or exploitation misses the point, because it is both and neither. It is a system where people are navigating limited choices, using the tools available to them: charm, emotion, hope, and for the tourists, it is often a search for something missing, connection, escape from invisibility. And when those needs collide, something powerful happens, something intoxicating, but also something fragile, because it is built on uneven ground, eventually gives way. Yet, Not all these stories end in betrayal. Some evolve, some survive. There are documented cases of long-term relationships, marriages, even successful relocations, women who return year after year, men who build stable lives with their partners abroad. But even these success stories carry complexity, cultural differences, immigration barriers, social stigma, power dynamics that don't simply disappear when the plane lands in Europe. Because love may travel, but inequality often travels with it. And so what we're left with is not a simple narrative of right and wrong, but a deeply human one, of people trying, in their own ways, to bridge impossible gaps between continents, between realities, between what is felt and what is needed. So the next time you see that perfect beach photo, that smiling couple walking along the shoreline under a burning orange sky, remember this: you are not just looking at a romance. You are looking at a story shaped by economics, history, loneliness, survival, and desire, all unfolding at once. And the truth? It lives somewhere in between. If this story made you rethink what you thought you knew, subscribe, because we're uncovering the hidden systems behind the world's most beautiful destinations, the ones no one talks about. And I want to hear from you. Do you think these relationships are real love, survival strategy, or something in between? Drop your thoughts below, because the conversation is just getting started.